Faster.
Come on, Nazis!
Not too late to surrender.
Right one, left one. All together, on three! I love my job!
Move it.
We are Four Fingers, Hans! Lance, charge! Take him for a ride! Right!
Faster.
Slimy splots of boomer! It can't drag on too long. Bloody school! me! The hiccups! Slow now, let's not do anything rash. Lads, charge! Take him for a ride! You gave me the hiccups! Saintly scratch! He's fast! Blimey! Foot sniffers fast! Take cover! Blast!
Damn it. Move it! Medallion's humming. Place of power, it's gotta be. Finally see something. The bodies. Seems they were running for the exit. The bodies. Seems they were running for the exit. Witcher. Brought the ceiling down to bury his foes. Ended up burying himself, too. Satchel looks like it belonged to a Witcher. Medallion's humming. Place of power, it's gotta be. Guests. Never a good omen. Some kind of rhythm, a message, trying to tell me something. None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right. Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around. What a pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship. Must have graced a rich man's table. Smashed mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. No spoon you have shall sate you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It makes sense. Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic. No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death. Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him. Broken neck. Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. Actually does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Thousands of them here. White's been a collector for years. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred. Cauldron I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy. Table's set. White, who lives here, is getting ready for some sort of feast. Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. We just need some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it.
gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it. You tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest. Just need a bit for Regis. And now we'll tend to you.
Need to get this right. Words of the curse were, none shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Need to get this right. Words of the curse were, none shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Need to get this right. Words of the curse were, none shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Need to get this right. Words of the curse were, none shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
Been searching for the right spoon for years, right? But curses can be tricky. Key to this one just might be that you can't eat with your own spoon. That's why we've swapped. This isn't right. I missed something? Listen, gonna stand up real slow. Gotta search the house again. Sit tight, I'll be right back. Calm down.
Damn it, didn't work. Ate that vile stuff for nothing. Got the brew for Regis at least. Can't do anything for the white that I'll have to kill him when it down junkie. Damn it, didn't work. That vile stuff.
can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. We need to eat without spoons. Open your eyes. You need to see your likeness.
Think it worked. Just not quite like I expected. Need to see what happened to the white. Won't be hard to find given its stench.
Show me what you got.
Poor girl. Realized she was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her diary. Poignant.
Easy. Not gonna hurt you.
Eat. I must eat.
I'll take you someplace safe. So I took her by the hand and led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
You did the right thing, sir. She should recover quickly here. I'm deeply pleased, finally, to make your acquaintance, sir, though I do regret the specific circumstances. In all the commotion, I fear I neglected to introduce myself. I'm Barnabas Basil Folty, and by order of the Duchess, I am to serve as your major domo at court.
Nice to meet you, Barnabas Basil. Love to talk more, but got urgent matters to attend to. While I'm gone, please make sure she gets everything she needs.
Don't worry, sir, I shall see to everything. She is safe here and in good hands. She'll soon be back on her feet.
Might actually take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when I found her.
Horrid. Whatever brought this about?
Told me her story on the way here. Her name's Marlena. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms. He had a bowl and a spoon with him. He sat outside her fence and waited.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom is to bring great misfortune down upon oneself.
Marlena didn't care a whit for the old customs. She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftovers from her feast to her dogs than to give the beggar anything. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. She was beautiful, so he said she'd never wish to look at herself in the mirror again. Since she adored feasts, he swore no one would ever wish to sit and dine with her. And as she even refused him the crumbs from her table, he swore she'd never find a spoon in the world that would sate her hunger.
A harsh punishment. I imagine lifting the curse was hardly simple.
Curses are tricky. They play on irony. Always gotta figure out what the catch is. Marlena had spent decades looking for a way to lift it. Transformed into a wight, she stole spoons and lured folk into her home, trying each time to get them to dine with her. Didn't work.
So what did?
Someone had to sit down and share a meal with her, of their own free will. They had to eat without using spoons, and make her look at her reflection.
That's it? That was all it required?
Simplest solutions are sometimes the last that come to mind. Besides, when you're a wight, it's pretty damn hard to find willing human company for a feast.
I imagine so. But, most importantly, it is now over.
Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Boleus of the Headsman, a truly colorful man of Ketweni origin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently, he was a common cutpurse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair. Went about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyards. He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary service, the Duke granted him a title and this estate. Monsieur Boleus, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he settled here and took to producing wine. Sadly, misfortune struck and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste. Additionally, he could not drink alcohol. His medic forbade it.
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine and delight in the fact that at least someone could enjoy it. It's the sort of man he was, Monsieur Bolius.
Mind giving me a little tour?
Not in the least. Follow me, please. Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Been a major domo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of... Majordomos. My father was a majordomo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great-aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going, and went there. When she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to Major Domo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path. Follow me, please. Follow me, please. The servants' quarters. I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays. Follow me, please. Baron Rossel ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful, especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now, either.
Follow me, please. Follow me, please. Down below lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days.
How unfortunate. It seems I wearied you, sir. Time has not been... Down below lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes.
Nice well. Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Bolius held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Bolius ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda. Monsieur Bolius's wife Nina kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place it was.
Bit neglected now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation. Madame Nina planted diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
This served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
The cellars, voila. During Monsieur Bolis's time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess, which...
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
Follow me, please. Follow me, please. As you can see, the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained. But one cannot deny it, a certain subtle southern charm.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
And welcome inside. On the left is the master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and kitchen. Upstairs, you shall find the guest room, currently used for storage.
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe we will, together, devise some innovative arrangements. With that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Corfo Bianco is a beautiful estate. If forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its beautification...
Think I'll take you up on that. Be sure to come and see you if I decide to do any remodeling. Vineyard
Baron, sadly, Miss... No.
Mentioned the place...
Oh, most decidedly, sir. The question...
Been thinking about the outer walls. Maybe a...
If I might dare to make a suggestion, why not start with a general renovation? I once oversaw such work at... Not only did the residents positively sparkle afterwards, but we also made room to display the Admiral's armor and weapons, of which he was a passionate collector.
It's in your hands then.
I shall get to work immediately. Within a day's passing, I shall have sent for the crew which rebuffed the Admiral's residence. They are the finest, highly skilled at what they do. It shall not take them too long, I wager. 2 days after they begin, Is there anything...
Got these spacious grounds. But maybe it's time to make them more...
Oh, yes! The way I see things, given your trade, sir, you would be wise to put in a grindstone.
My armor needs work from time to time. You know, oil this, reinforce that. Could use a decent work table.
Admiral Rompali once hired a specialist who made the finest armorer's table.
Good.
Indeed, will you?
And... Then...
Of course. I shall send it.
Nope.
I shall...
Thanks. Got it.
to summon a witcher to do their work. Don't pester me.
What? My work's growing cold. Sorry, I've this running nose.
Diddley. My back aches. Horrid. Diddly snips. My back aches. Something horrid.
Dark secrets tense you from a fairy tale.
Witcher? Was that truly necessary? And our knights, what are they, chopped liver?
Life invoked.
Best cure for the beast, a witcher.
Oh,
Spittoon!
Around here, it's wine,
Hospital!
wine, and more wine.
Evanus!
But me, I prefer.
Who dares hey, Master Witcher? Will you face Colossus? Folks say those of your guild pack a thunderous punch. Oh, now you look to be a...
Colossus. Interesting as monikers go.
Why would she not have? Colossus.
Fine.
Ah, boring. I'm not interested. Quick I am, too quick for you. It'll be knick-knack, patty-whack.
Don't want to fight? Why bother looking for challengers then? Wasting my time.
Whoa, a bit testy are we? A witcher, right? Let's do it like this. You parry 3 blows I throw your way, you win. But you can't swing at me, not once. Just deflect my blows, got it? Catch 3 of them, and I'll toss you double your wager.
Feeling that?
No, I just know you can't do it. No one's ever done it. Too fast, see?
Fine. Doubt I'll have any trouble deflecting.
That I get. At long last, one with a sportsman's soul. Now, listen. The rules say you're not to start your parry until I've cocked my fist. Standing with your guard ups, not allowed.
Ladies and gentlemen, witness a most peculiar fight. How shall I...
Block, you old goose! No! Too quick for you, huh?
Incredible! The Witcher has parried Colossus's blows. No one's ever managed that feat.
Here's your due.
Thanks.
You've earned my esteem, sir. We've not seen such a feat in years, and thus you've secured the right to challenge the maestro himself. You'll find him. say about wonks, sluggards, sky.
Life in Beauclair can be quite dear. Death, though, that's always true.
I would sniffers fast!
That's white. The wizard.
You'll drink with us or you're against us.
This where I find the boxer they call...
Maestro, champ, the undefeated. Folk call him many things. You are the witcher who dropped the 3 left.
I am. Come to fight the maestro, but seems to me he's indisposed.
Alcohol is the maestro's remedy for his crippling shyness. He's a delicate man, you see. He'd never so much as hit a pillow while sober.
Fighting sober's like dancing to
Forget fighting. Sure you can...
Not your bum-bopping business.
Let's go.
Hold on. Whoa. I am a man of principle. I keep to a code.
Meaning?
Meaning you're to drink, or hey diddle diddle out.
Sheesh. Fine.
Mesdames, messieurs, the maestro will perform at last.
Let's do this.
When I choke, you'll be bummed. Hey, well past that. Under the post, yes. When I choke, you'll be bummed. Scum! You beat me. It's not happened in years. Your fists, they're glorious.
Thanks.
I'm gobsmacked, I am. I have to drink it off. Oh, good fight. To speak true, I'm pleased you stripped me of the title. I shall have more time to pursue my chief interest now.
Witcher Geralt of Rivia is hereby crowned fisticuff. Behold your trophy.
A life without liquor's like loving without licking.
My mama's to have a belly this big. Oh!
Fucking hell, that's some heavy shit.
It's not
Fucking hell.
The Duchess summoned him. Wonder what for? Step into my parlor, my good. Ah, then. A profession. Perhaps my girls could.
Interested in the unusual. Got a special request. Just need to keep this...
You know well I shouldn't. Hey.
Gwent. You play?
The Duchess summoned him. I wonder what for. Well,
Cozy play.
I'm pleased. You see, when I had set aside enough to found my own establishment, I wished... Here, the sheets do not reek of sweat, the beds have no bed bugs, and the wine is not watered down. It is a place where one longs to linger, to chat sprawled in a comfortable chair, to light a pipe, all after paying a modest...
Wanna let loose?
Of course. Talk to the girls. The Duchess summoned him. Wonder what for.
Sausage!
Fine. No, you're busy.
Schmaxis, scurvy Hansis, how is a man to live?
Come on.
I wouldn't mind. It's thin scrapings around here.
Another murder by the horrid beast! Milton de Peyrac falls victim to his own cowardice. The beast of Beauclair has struck again. Citizens, beware of the beast. Turn your trembling hearts to the good book. You will find solace there. Open house at the Beauclair chapter of the Transnational Flagellants Club. All are invited. Come, taste of the whip. Perhaps you'll stay longer.
Greetings.
Managed to find...
Wonderful. I shall drop. I thank you.
Farewell.
Good luck.
Patron this year. Lifien de Tabri. Valiant knights from all corners.
Lepiota's ruptured fins. That drum is...
Lepiota's tears.
Oh!
Unky says if I'm back...
What will the morrow bring?
It is right and fitting, Witcher, that the Duchessa summoned and you...
How might I help you?
Paid too much out again. To kill
Great.
a brave man.
Well,
Go in peace for a night.
I love...
A beast. There's no one to split a bottle.
Help Rebecca, and the beast will spare you. This is punishment for our lax morals. I'm becking here. No witcher can save us.
Sweet mother of mine.
Damn it. More fighting. Noises coming from the catacombs, it seems. So, noises coming from here. Not a soul. Strange. Doesn't look anything like a grave hag's lair either. Smashed, as if someone threw it against the wall. Here lies Margot de Corentin. Gold. Can't be grave robbers. None worth their salt would have left this. Pretty fresh. Funeral wasn't too long ago. Louis de Corentin. Died on the day of St. Zoetham's remembrance. Noises started right around then. No sign of monsters or grave robbers. Bit of a mess, that's all. Maybe this isn't the spot after all. Strange. Noises clearly coming from that tomb. Impossible. Something's not right. Need to hide, see how things play out.
You'd rather lie about all day, flipping those cards like some dwarf. Disgusting.
Indeed. Far better to stand at the door of Lepioda's temple, mumbling prayers from dawn till dusk.
Ingrate. I prayed for you, that you would cast off the yoke of gambling.
Fine job you did of it. Seems the gods had also heard enough of your cackling. And you? Why are you here? This is a private conversation.
What's this argument about?
Soto!
Could help you resolve.
I know not your name, but you must help me. I refuse to spend eternity at the side of this heathen. Remove him from my crypt at once!
Slow down. What's the...
This is my crypt, and this saintly shrew harangues me even in death. An eternity of nagging, the misery!
I was blind and a fool to marry him. He's a slave to the cards, prepared to wager his own child.
Once, damn it, and as a jest! How many times must I explain? And who sank our
Piety. That was my cause. The prophet immortalized would have transformed this land of blasphemy and betting. How was I to know it was all a fraud?
Because I warned you? Some 5...
Quiet! Shut up, both of you! Who does the crypt belong to, rightfully?
Must you ask? It's mine.
True. But my dowry served to repurchase it from those you owed.
Look, if there's to be peace and quiet here, one of you's gotta go. Need to move one of you out.
Yes. Take him. Please. Do so. And I shall tell you where I hid his lucky Gwent cards.
What? I knew it was you! And now, you would evict me from my crypt, then pay for the deed with my cards! Blast it all! Had I those very cards at the tournament in Valhaven, I'd still be alive. It's your fault, you pox incarnate, that they stabbed me to death.
They murdered you for your debts. I had nothing to do with it.
Come, I heed this good book-thumping wench. Mind, I know well where she hid those cards. I'll tell you myself, as soon as you've removed her.
Need to think. All right, gotta move one of them out.
Thus spake the prophet Lepiota. Thou shalt not play for coin.
After which he promptly added, "For you shall have none left for me!"
Heretic, shut your mouth! I shall speak to you no more!
No, no, it is I who shall speak to you no more, you old tart!
My apologies, but I'm simply not in the mood.
I shall speak to no one as long as she is in here. Take her away. I see you fell for that pious tart's dribble. Drats! Ah, well, then listen. I've a request. Be a good fellow and set me in the chamber of the Gwent Friendship Society of Beauclair. It's just round the corner.
You a member?
That's just it. I was not. But I would have dearly liked to have been. And joining them in death shouldn't bother anyone.
Certainly doesn't bother me. I'll do it. Where's this chamber?
Once you enter the catacombs, go straight. The chamber will be on your right, near the corridor's mouth, and I thank you.
Deeper in the catacombs. Right, let's go. Private chamber. The Right Honorable members of the Gwent Friendship Society of Beauclair. This is it.
ought to do. Right. High time Margot paid up.
Done.
Leave the city through the Cooper's Gate. Then we are right. Our house is easily recognized. A tree adorns the sign above the door. I buried the chest in the garden, beneath the rose bush.
Tree on a sign.
Might I ask what you did with Louis? True, he knew nothing in life but Gwent, but I would still prefer he...
Don't worry about it. Found him a nice place. Ought to feel right at home. Farewell.
A cockerel in your cut piece is worth... Hey, Blondie.
A courtesan is like a rat catcher. Good for when the pussy grows too fat.
What is they call you? Gervant.
Around here, it's wine, wine, and more wine.
Only messing everything up, children.
Around here, it's wine,
Witcher
wine.
I may not
more
be,
wine.
but I always find a bottle trouble.
Medallion's humming. Something's not quite right. All right. Nothing here. Just like she said. And the Gwent cards, as promised.